Hey, Coach Ethan here. I want to do a quick video on dry try and specifically 3 tips that helped me with the dry try I just did. So last time I did it in the fall for my first one, I did it in 44 minutes. As you can see right here, I just did one in 38:35, which is shaving off nearly 5.5 minutes off of it. And I just want to talk about the biggest 3 things that helped me achieve that. So going through that first one and the second one, I use the same advice that I used in the first one. The biggest tip I think there is to chill on the row. Keep it at base. Don't use too much energy because if you do, you're going to really feel it in your quads, and then you're going to suffer a little bit more on the floor, which is going to make you suffer a little bit more on the treadmill. Take your time on the row. Doesn't matter if people are finishing up before you. Stick to your strategy. Base row. You'll catch up with other people, especially if you're close in fitness with them. After the row, you should be feeling pretty good. You start on the floor. Floor, in my opinion, is like the hardest part. Some people are going to struggle with other things more than others on the floor, and this will lead to tip 2. So for me, the biggest struggle is probably the step ups and the body weight squats. Doesn't sound like much, but after doing all of that 2,000-meter row, which takes a while, and then all of that work with the legs, I usually really start to feel it in my quads. So if I get too aggressive, I go too fast, I don't take any rest, when I get to the treadmill, it might be hard for me to freaking walk, let her run. So for me, this time, instead of doing all the reps at once, I went with the magic number strategy of doing about 10 squats, then just resting for like 15 seconds. Just catch my breath, let some of that lactic acid get out of the legs, and then do my other 10 squats. Especially for me being tall, 6'3", going all the way to that low bench is actually quite a lot and pretty uncomfortable. Same thing with the step ups. If I was really feeling it, just take a couple seconds rest, break up maybe 10 of them. The good news about step ups is you get to do the other leg afterwards and the other leg rest. But even if you need to do 10 rest, 10 rest, that's a good strategy as well. And then for me, when I get to the push ups, I'm chilling. I'm so happy. My legs get a break. I don't have any problem with the push ups, but some people do. So you may use that same strategy for your push ups instead. Maybe you're good with the squats. Like the bench is no problem for you. You get down there just fine. Maybe you're not as tall. And you're like, oh my God, 20 push ups. Don't try to do them all at once if you know you're going to struggle with them already, because that's going to really task your cardiovascular system. And it may be hard to freaking like breathe, especially when you got to do a low plank and then burpees, which are awful no matter what, afterwards. Do like 5 push-ups, 2, whatever it takes. Do a couple, rest, 5-10 seconds. 5 reps, 5-10 seconds rest. It may not feel right to just be sitting there and resting, but you're gonna get that time back later, and you're gonna probably thank yourself later when you get to the treadmill. Because if you have more energy when you get to the treadmill, you should be able to really give it everything you got at the end. So don't worry about saving some energy early on, because you can always use it later. So take it a little slow. Even with the burpees, I did like this time I did 5, took a couple seconds, knocked out my other 5. First time I did it, I didn't do that. I just went straight through. And I was feeling pretty rough on the treadmill, and I couldn't run as fast as I did this time. So that is my second attempt. And then you finally make it to the treadmill. And that's where my third tip is going to be that I think helped me out. When you're doing dry try, it's always better to do it with people you know. Makes it more fun that way. You get to know the people you're working out with. I know it's easier to do that as a coach where I know everyone. Or just kind of like find someone in the class. It's good to have some friendly competition. It'll motivate you to push harder than you normally would. Same thing with the group aspect of everyone doing dry try together. Find someone that's very close to your fitness level or that's kind of on the same pace with you, and literally use them as motivation. You don't have to like match them speed for speed or anything like that. For example, I knew someone that I kind of finished close to last time was doing it 2 treadmills down for me, and that kind of motivated me to kind of just hold my speeds longer. So I was floating up between 8, 9, 10 on the speed. I know he was doing something similar, maybe holding 9. So I tried to stay somewhat close to that. And then when I was getting to the very, very end, I was starting to really lose my motivation and I was taking the speed down and I was just going to kind of chill at that speed for a little bit. But what's going to happen is one of you are probably going to motivate the other person. That's exactly what happened. So he ended up taking his speed up a lot at the end. And then you got the coach behind you motivating you as well. And so I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. And so I bumped my speed up, pushed harder than I would have if I didn't have that person to somewhat compete with at the end there. So that's my third tip. Find someone similar to you. That way you can keep your motivation higher towards the end. Those are my biggest three tips for dry try. If you did a dry try, let me know how it went for you. And if you'd like to see more videos on dry try or Orange Theory or anything like that, make sure to drop a like and subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching.